Hey everyone, welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Blind. This is it, you guys. This is the start of the last trial. I'm shitting my pants because while I feel like I have an idea of what's going on, we have so much evidence that we've barely used that hasn't come into play yet, and I'm not sure how we're going to use it. This is the defendant's lobby, all right, but there's no defendant. Where's Lana? I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? Jail? Wait, did they let her out? That can't be a thing. And where's Emma, for that matter? It almost seems as if... Uh-oh. What's happened to them? Something's been happening behind the scenes. Who's that? Oh, darling, your face. I need it this morning. How are you? Oh, Edgeworth, are we going to get through this, buddy? You and me? And you're not going to resign, right, Edgeworth? I've been worried about that for days. Knowing you, you've already figured it out. Who the owner of the 7777777 ID number is? Yeah, I did figure that out. Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. Yeah, it's kind of obvious now, isn't it? Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. Oh dear. You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt on this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. Oh. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything. True, not yet. In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling. Oh. You're not going to do that, are you, buddy? On the defendant, 5 minutes after the trial starts, Lana will be found guilty. Edgeworth! I can only assume that he really wants this to end as well. But she didn't do it. I figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here, to hear what you have to say. This is the first time he's ever done something like this. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her. The truth? Everything goes back to the SL9 incident. Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminisce about the past. That depends on you. Oh dear. Edgeworth, are you going to help us? If she's found guilty, you lose your only chance to find out what really happened. That is true. I'll think about it. See you in court, right? Oh, I'll see you there. And I'll have my pants off as everything. Wait, what? This is it. If I'm ever going to find out what Chief Kent has on her, it's now. Crap, I hope that I can do this. I think that I've done okay up till now, but this is like it. This is the main part. Like, if I mess all this up, I've messed everything up. Oh, God, here we are again. What's up, Judge? How's your shiny ass head? Are you doing well today? I frickin' hope so. I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye.
Well, I frickin' hope she shows up. That'll look pretty bad if she doesn't. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Are we?
We don't know where our defendant is. I don't know. You know what? I'm not Judge Judy. As much as I want to be.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Normally, this is when the prosecution puts forth its opening statement.
What? Oh, Edgeworth, hello?
But before that, the police chief has a proposal to make.
Oh, no. What has he done? I didn't even think about that. He's done something. Chief Gant. Gantendorf, what did you do? Hello, Grandpa. Oh, man, he's so cute. I mean, I hate the fact that he's probably going to be the bad guy in this.
Morning, folks. How's everyone doing? AOG, back to the pool yet?
Is that all you talk about? Is that freaking pool?
No, I've been drowning enough as it is in my work. Same. Oh, that's a good one. Don't think I can top that.
If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours? I guess he doesn't know about it either. What's happening, Grandpa?
Lana, that is to say the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court.
Really? Uh-oh. I don't like the sound of this. What did you put her up to? You're making her say something, aren't you?
She wants to do what? Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request.
Yeah, because she probably just went and told him everything like she did it, just like she did with us. And that would make it easy as pie to finish this.
In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble.
Uh-huh. I don't like this. What's he up to then? Darling, you're gonna fuck this all up, aren't you?
What's this all about, defendant?
I'd just like to make one simple request, and I'll be finished.
Well then, what's your request?
Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial. I knew she was gonna pull something like this. Well, we were doing too good, weren't we? Man, she's fighting us the whole way. Why do I even give a crap anymore? Huh? But undermining everything I have done here, madam. I confess to all charges against me. On February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman. No, you didn't. We already know what actually happened. In the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. No, Lana! Oh, for fuck's sake. This is bad already, and we haven't even gotten to do anything. You can't. Your Honor, the defendant claim does not change the defense's plea. In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your service. Oh, no. Phoenix! Man, dunk this bitch. Just walk out. You go to frickin', I don't know, go to McDonald's after this. Get your ass a Happy Meal or something. This has been a terrible day already. This girl dogging me left and right. I'm only trying to help you. But Lana, Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. I don't think you can do that now. It's too late. The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. I'm pretty sure by law you have to face the judge when you say that, madam. That's what Judge Judy said anyway. I would like for you to render your verdict now, if you please. Judge, don't listen to her. She's delirious. Now, she was put up to that. I wonder what Gant promised her by saying that. Although, honestly, she's been fighting it this whole time. I'm not really surprised, actually, that this happened.
Well, the defendant certainly has a right to self-representation. The request is legally valid, although this is an unprecedented situation. Indeed, it appears there's no further need to continue this trial. Even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise.
No, this is not good. This can't be happening. And where's Emma?
It appears the time for...
Did he do something to Emma? Oh, fuck, I hope not.
Time for the verdict is arrived.
I'm sorry, I keep interrupting everything. Oh my god, I'm sorry. This is gonna happen all through the thing, because thoughts will come to me as I'm reading.
This court finds the defendant...
I knew it. I knew Edgeworth wasn't gonna let this stand. One moment, Your Honor. He's too proud. He knows something bogus is going on, too.
Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature. Come now, Worthy!
Wait, how did you get there so fast? Would you push her out of the way or something?
I understand this is a difficult time for you. But why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut, hmm?
No. Don't listen to him, Edgeworth.
I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gant.
Oh, shit! Edgeworth got the balls, man! Is it because he thinks he's gonna resign after this so he doesn't give a shit what's happening?
What? Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be.
Oh, shit.
With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
Some kind of deal, hmm? Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy.
Rude. Edgeworth, smack him. Oh, no, don't let that get to you, bro. He's just gonna try to get you. Edgeworth is too cool for that.
Huh. I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness. Oh? To whom? As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Scott.
What? Is that where she was? Was Edgeworth talking to her behind the scenes? Did he know this was gonna happen?
Edgeworth always went up on us. Holy shit, makes me look like a dumbass.
Thank God for him, though. Oh my god, beautiful and smart and clever and got the balls. Man, he's everything.
I request the court hears her testimony. Who's gonna hold it now?
Mr. Edgeworth, I am exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to continue.
I don't care what you think, Miss Skye.
Boom! Man, take that girl down a notch. I like her and everything, but seriously, get off your goddamn high horse, will you?
The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it.
Exactly. You need to fucking own up to the real thing. Otherwise, you're never gonna be able to go on with your life.
Very well. The court shall grant the prosecution's request. That's okay with you, right, Chief Gant? Worthy, you'll live to regret this. Mark my words.
Uh-oh. Old Gantendorf is back. He's mad. Well, whatever. I'm tired of his orangeness, to be fair.
Miss Emma Skye, please take the stand.
What's this, then? Really? I can't believe this. Hi, darling. Are you all right? Oh, dear.
Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation.
My name is Emma. Emma Skye. My occupation? I'm Lana's little sister, and I want to be a scientific investigator.
2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark of the Joe Dark killings. Whoa,
Edgeworth. Holy shit, man. Getting right to the point.
Is this correct?
Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that, though.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. Is an incident that was resolved 2 years ago really all that relevant? Yes, it most certainly is.
Yeah, Judge, shut up and let us explain.
Well, okay then.
He sure gave in fast. Now, well, I mean, it was very cut and dry.
Please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago.
Oh, what's gonna happen here? The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. Are we gonna hear more about this? It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial. I freaking hope so, and I hope I remember all the info, because now we're basically talking about 2 trials at once. 2 years ago. Okay, tell me about this. I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came in running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me, but I'll never forget what I saw that instant. Right, this again. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest.
It's a good thing you weren't harmed.
I passed out. I don't remember much.
That's understandable. However, please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder?
Yeah, Edgeworth, let's hear it. Maybe you can help me piece this together. Jesus Christ.
That will soon become apparent, Your Honor. That's what I thought. You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence.
Well, Phoenix, to be fair, we've done this before with no evidence, too.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Alright, here we go. Honestly, I'm pressing every fucking thing in here. You can damn well bet. Alright, I was waiting in my sister's office that day. Well, I mean, do we really need to press that? Fine, what if I missed something?
2 years ago, the defendant was a detective at the police department, correct?
Yes. She was a second in command under Chief Detective Gant.
Oh, we probably needed that to be said, right?
My sister? She was the best detective ever.
Yes, I remember. Chief Detective Gant and Miss Skye used to be quite the pair. I believe they shared the same office.
That's right. I'd always sit at my sister's desk. I'd dream about playing that organ.
Gross.
I wanted to play it that day, too.
The police department and the prosecutor's office held a ceremony that day.
Lana promised to take me to dinner after she finished her work.
Okay.
Man came running in and took me hostage. Let's hear about that.
A man?
Yes, Joe Dark. He was a serial killer.
How did you know him by his face, or did you not know till after? Joe Dark was brought in for questioning on that day of that ceremony. We were desperate to get anything on him that would lead to an arrest. When he saw his chance, he fled the room, right? Upon fleeing the room, Dark proceeded to take the elevator. He must have been in a panic because the elevator was going up. Then he ran into Skye and Gant's office.
There was a lot of noise coming from outside, so I opened up the door to have a look. That's when I saw him.
Uh-huh.
Neil Marshall rescued me.
That's the... okay. Thought there was more to that. What was the prosecutor doing there? That day, there were 2 people present during Dark's questioning. Detective Damon Gant and Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
Gant was there too? That's probably going to be important for later, isn't it?
Neil Marshall just received the King of Prosecutors Award. Right, the picture. Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning room after the ceremony. I assume that would also be why he was on the first to run after Dark.
When Dark grabbed me, I thought I was as good as dead.
And that's when Prosecutor Marshall came running in?
I don't clearly remember what happened then. But but I'll never forget what I saw. This is probably the most important thing to press here.
Can you tell us about that?
Mr. Marshall jumped on dark. Just then, the lights went out.
The lights?
It was just about this time of year. There's a terrible storm going on, and lightning struck nearby.
So the electricity went out? Wait a minute. If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right?
Right, but just then lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind.
I see.
I told the detective about what I saw then.
The detective?
Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case.
Right. Dude.
Yeah, no, I think we gotta hear more about this.
Tell me about that. So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago?
Yes. That's what's so scary about this trial.
And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw?
Yes, but at the time, the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture.
We actually have it. Picture? Yes, I think she mentioned that before. Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough?
Should we ask about the picture?
Yeah, let's ask her about that. This picture the witness drew, I believe it has a very important meaning. What are you going to say? Well, the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture.
Aha, but we have it.
Witness, would you mind if we added this statement to your record? Testimony? Record? Whatever?
Yes, Your Honor.
Alright, is this where we have to... Oh, I drew a picture of that scene once, but it seems to have been lost. Okay, is this where we present it then?
It might be. The evidence list. Present the evidence list. Right? Because is there a way to flip it over before I present it?
Let's try it.
I don't know. Is it going to let me? It looks like it will.
Mr. Edgeworth? This little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture. And yet you still insist on denying its existence? Huh? Does he know about it? Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is, as a prosecutor for that case, I wasn't handed such a picture. Oh! Gan hid it from him! That may well be. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold! Gentlemen, behold! More corn! This is the evidence list for the SL9 incident. Please turn it over, Your Honor. Turn it over? Turn it... Oh! What's this?
There we go. There it is.
Yes, what is that?
Hey, that's it. That's the picture I drew.
Oh, Emma, I like your boots, girl. Girl, where'd you get those? Indeed, two men appear to be wrestling here. What are you gonna say now? What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list? Me? Tell him where you found it, Phoenix. Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list. Huh? These lists... They're different from each other. What? It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. These two lists fit together to form one. You can see the marks here where they were torn apart from each other. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. 2 years ago, only half of the evidence in that case ever reached you. What? What?
Oh no, is this gonna fuck him up? This is terrible news.
Because you probably trusted them, didn't they? To get the right information to win the case, and they didn't give it to him. That's terrible. Who'd have thought the picture would have been drawn on the back of the list?
That was handed to Detective Goodman in the questioning room.
Wait a minute. Wait! If this list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor? Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging from your head. Rude. If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list.
Oh, right. Did we ever get to look at that fully? I don't think we did.
Yes, that's quite conceivable, Mr. Edgeworth. It's possible. Let's see. Ugh! Did you really never flip it over before? Oh, It just looks weird. Did you look at the back of the list? Edgeworth, can you hear me? There's something wrong with your list.
This is just weird. I just don't understand what's happening. How did he never turn it over in all the years that he's at it? What? I mean, papers get flipped. Edgeworth, you alright? Shit. Jesus, are you okay there? Did you have a little bit of an attack or something?
Sorry, Your Honor. There is something drawn on the back of my list. This is that thing.
What? Oh, come on! Not this again! Oh, for fuck's sake. That's exactly my reaction right there. I'm taking a drink.
This is ridiculous.
Oh, I thought we were done with that stupid ass thing.
God damn it. That's that thing. That thing that was dancing in the evidence room.
How is that coming into play now?
Apparently the head of criminals affairs used this for his blueprint.
What?
I guess he was out of scrap paper.
What? How? What? Well, at least the evidence list is back together, but I'm thoroughly confused. What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
Very well, witness. Will you please testify about this picture you drew 2 years ago?
Oh, Lord. Alright. Huh? Oh, yes, sir. Your Honor.
What's wrong with Emma?
She seemed to be thinking about something when she saw the picture. Which one? The one she drew or the other one?
Well, I guess she drew both of them, really.
What are you thinking about, darling? Emma's picture. Okay, here we go. This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw that instant.
Okay.
Alright, let's look at this then.
To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind.
Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw.
Well, I don't see any contradictions here. This clearly shows Joe Dock about to murder Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
Does it?
The defense may now be blah 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 blah.
I'll do it. I'm doing it. Alright, here we go. This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. I mean, I'm going to, even though I don't think I need to press that statement, but whatever.
Did you draw this picture right after the incident?
I think I drew it 2 or 3 days later. At first, I was in such a state of shock that I couldn't do anything.
During that time, the detective team was reorganized. Detective Goodman was placed in charge, under the direction of Damon Gant and Lana, of course.
2 or 3 days later.
The memory should still have been fresh in her mind. Excuse me, witness. But can you please tell us why the picture was painted all black?
She already explained that. Flash of lightning was so bright all I could see were shadows, right? That makes sense.
So at the time, you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall who'd come to your rescue?
No, I couldn't see him clearly. The lightning was so bright, and I was knocked to the floor.
You were knocked to the floor?
Dark had a tight grip on me, but when Mr. Marshall jumped on him, I was knocked away. I turned around, and that's when the lightning flashed.
Poor Emma. I'm just glad she wasn't hurt. Yeah, really. What happened after the lightning flashed?
After that, I must have fainted.
You mean you didn't see the actual murder take place?
No, I'm sorry.
Something's weird here and I don't know what. The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. Do you really need to torture the girl any further?
What? Hey, I'm not the bad guy here. Anyway, this picture shows exactly what I saw that instant. Exactly what I saw that instant.
Why do I feel like we have to present something? I'm not sure what. Sorry for asking so many times, but are you sure you drew exactly what you saw?
Of course! This is the exact scene.
It wasn't influenced in any way from your talks with the detectives?
Well, I'm just asking a question.
It's a good one. Are you insinuating we somehow manipulated her memory, Mr. Wright?
No, of course not.
I better watch out or you might find some way to cut my salary.
I drew this picture before I heard anything from the detectives, so I don't think anyone's story would have influenced me.
Mr. Wright, is there something about you that's bothering you about this picture?
There is. I'm not sure what it is. Let me look at something here. That's strange. She claims this is exactly the scene that was imprinted in her mind. And yet, there's clearly a contradiction here. What is it, though? Alright, what do we have? I think... Do we have the autopsy report for Neil Marshall? We do, don't we? We do. Let me look at this. Stabbed in the back, Tyler. Stabbed in the back? Is that it? Oh, God. Okay. Okay. I mean, honestly, is that what they want? Oh, dear. This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. Flash of lightning was so bright all I could see were shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows... Is this where we present it? I think it might be. Alright, let's try it. I think I'm right. Oh, baby. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction. What? But I still remember it like it was yesterday. Emma, I'm not bagging on you, girl. It's just we gotta get to the bottom of this.
Mr. Wright? Perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out this contradiction for us. What part of this picture contradicts?
There's two things that bug me about this picture. I'm going to tell you what they are right now. The fact of he got stabbed in the back. I guess he could have been stabbed in the back from this. It looks like he's almost about to get stabbed in the neck or the front. But actually, you know what I noticed now? What about this, though? It also said on the autopsy report that the knife tip was inside of him. But this looks like a blunt object. Did she do that on purpose? Or am I barking up the wrong tree? So, in my mind, I either want to, like, present something, like, right here. Because it looks like he's about to get stabbed, like, right here. Or this. And I'm not sure which... But this is too blatant, right? It's still square. Fuck, I'm gonna try it. At first, right, my first thought was the back thing, but I think this actually might be it here. The contradiction, of course, lies here. Take a look at the knife the man is holding. If you look closely, you can see its tip is broken. Is that the way she drew it, though, or what?
In fact, you don't even have to look closely to see that.
But Mr. Wright, look at the evidence. See the murder weapon? Its tip is broken, too. But that's not what was put on the autopsy report, though.
If I recall, the tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body.
It was the conclusive piece of evidence that proved Joe Dark was the murderer. Huh. Well, that means it's probably wrong. I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma. What you gonna say?
Huh? Where could you possibly see a problem?
It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound to the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not yet be broken. Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Dude! Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand.
No, I don't think so. Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. If it was broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there.
That's right, but what does this mean?
Oh my god, a lot of shouting.
The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is the witness's memory is mistaken.
Oh my word. That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at the time. Oh, boom! Hell yes!
But she was sure she remembered correctly. But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There is another explanation. I think I might know what it is. I have a feeling I might know. Have you forgotten already? About a little something called falsified evidence?
You're treading on thin ice, right?
All I'm saying is that this broken knife might be the piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny the possibility.
No.
Ugh. It just goes against everything he was led to believe. So of course he's having a hard time accepting it, right?
Order, order! Are you saying the investigation really was corrupted?
Your Honor, please allow me to once again go over the events that took place the day of the murder. The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. After receiving the King of Prosecutors award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with Damon Gant. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. It is my belief that somewhere in this story, there is a lie. I'm not lying. The man really was holding up a broken knife. If that's true, then there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. But what was? There must have been another broken knife.
What are the chances of there being 2 broken knives?
Another broken knife. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. What about... Oh, no. Uh-oh. There's 2 I'm thinking of now. What about the sword from the trophy? Or not that fucking knight shield thing, right? The suit of armor? It's not that, is it? I'm taking a drink in the middle of this. I'm very sorry. This is very intense. But is that what it is? Oh, no. I wonder if that's what it is. There is another one for sure. It's one of those. What do we have to present, though, to get it? That's the question. If the witness is adamant about the accuracy of what she saw, it can't just be explained away by a simple observational error. Mr. Wright. Oh dear. In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife.
I assume then. Did you have some information about this other broken knife? If so, please feel free to enlighten us.
The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way.
Take a look at this.
Here's the real murder weapon. Oh dear. So I'm thinking it's either this... Well, to be fair, we don't really have anything else. Like, this doesn't show the knife being there. The only thing that actually does show that sword is this thing. Right? Well, there's 2 in this picture. There's either the prosecution sword on the trophy, or that I fucking hope it's not that suit of armor thing. Holy shit. Alright, let's present this. I don't know if I'm right here. The answer lies in the past. 2 years in the past. Right here inside this picture, thank God, but which part? There's actually 3 things that don't make sense in this picture. The fucking trophy, the jar, which we still haven't figured out what that's for, and that suit of armor, which I'm now worried about.
This is a picture of the awards ceremony. Ah! What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
It's the broken murder weapon. Why does he look so weird when he says that? Notice the award Prosecutor Marshall is holding. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, okay. Yeah, it's also broken, to be fair. The suit of armor knife was not broken. That's a broken knife. As we earlier concluded, the knife in the picture was not Joe Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was all in likelihood this award. Oh dear, is that why it's missing? Because we don't have the other end of it, do we? And we don't know where it is. Neil Marshall was awarded the King of Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given this broken shield and a broken knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. This broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation. What? But that can't be. You objected just to say that. Oh, and why not, Mr. Edgeworth? Because if the King of Prosecutors' award knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed. What do you mean? That's another thing I was thinking of. I mean... This man raising a knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall. That's the thing. In the photo, and I was going to say this earlier, but I thought it was my eyes, it looks like Joe Dark is the one on his knees. That's what it looks like. Oh. Oh! Oh dear. This is all conflugged now. Jeez.
But the prosecutor was actually the one who died.
That's true. What's going on here? It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions. No, I don't think so. This doesn't seem right. Wait, I remember now. I remember everything.
Witness?
Mr. Edgeworth? What is it? Could you show me your evidence list again, please?
His list? The one with that picture scribbled on the back?
Oh, not this, not this. What is this? I knew it. This picture. I'm the one who drew it.
What?
You drew that? That's right. The list wasn't torn in half at the time I drew this picture. What the fuck? Oh, not this music again. Wait, what? All this time I've been trying so hard to forget the blue badger. It's it's like giving her nightmares. Honestly, that thing is creepy. I'd have nightmares too. We're all trying to forget the blue badger, honey. Don't worry about it. I must have locked this part away deep inside me. What the fuck does this mean?
Perhaps it would be best if we added this to the witness's testimony. Would you please tell us what you recalled, Miss Skye?
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay. First the knife mix-up and now the blue badger? This should be interesting. What is this even about?
I'm wondering something now, and I think I'm way off.
When I saw that man raise his knife, I panicked and rushed towards both of them. I think I knocked away the man with the knife. Just then there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw a shadow. What? His shadow?
This is certainly most unusual.
Was the blue badger even created back then?
Try impossible. The head detective of criminal affairs didn't even design him until that's what I thought. What's going on?
Is it something that looks like the blue badger, like in a silhouette?
That would mean he didn't even exist 2 years ago. Yes, well, the defense may now begin its culpable blow. What?
Stop, please. Don't pursue this any further. Good God, woman, what's wrong with you? Also, doesn't this court have a bailiff or some shit? Security guard? Get her out of here. We're done talking to you.
Lana, what's the meaning of this? Please remain seated in the defendant's chair.
But you can't do this. I've already confessed to the crime. Why can't you just leave it at that?
Chief Prosecutor Skye. We've already come this far. It's too late to turn back. Silence. The defense will now begin its cross-examination.
Jesus!
Bailiff, please detain the defendant.
Yeah, where the fuck were you this whole time? Fire that dude. Oh man, this is gonna be good. What could have cast a shadow like the blue badger, though? The suit of armor? Probably not. What else was in there? Saw that man raise his knife. I don't think we have to press that. I panicked and rushed towards both of them. Let's press this, though, because this is different. Why would you do something so dangerous? What else could I have done? He was about to stab Mr. Marshall. She seems convinced that Dark was the one holding the knife.
But as we've just theorized, Mr. Marshall was the one holding the knife.
Well, I didn't know that at the time. When the Dark guy knocked me down, all I could think of is I've got to help Mr. Marshall.
Right?
I think I knocked away the man with the knife.
Jeez.
What do you mean, you think? Did she get Neil Marshall killed? Because in the photo, now that I'm thinking about it, the real photo that they show, I definitely noticed that it looked like Dark on the floor. I just thought maybe there was some kind of tussle and they rearranged themselves afterwards. Did she get Neil Marshall killed? Is that the problem here? It all happened so fast, and I was in shock. I don't remember everything clearly. Well, what I did, it's all kind of a blur.
In a matter of just a few seconds, Miss Skye was almost killed. Then she witnessed a murder about to take place. A little disorientation is only natural.
I saw the man about to stab the other person who I thought was Mr. Marshall. I knew I had to stop the man with the knife.
What you did was very brave, young girl, so then what happened next?
Just then there was another flash of lightning, and that's when I saw the blue badger. Are you sure about this? Of course. See? I even drew a picture of him here.
But the head detective of criminal affairs thought up this hideous beast, and that was just this year. The blue badger didn't exist 2 years ago. This is all quite verifiable.
I know it sounds strange. I was surprised too when I saw him at the police department. I had this nagging feeling that I'd seen him before somewhere. Now I finally remember.
Oh, brother. Just when you thought that thing... Oh, I know. I never thought that thing was going to come back. Holy shit. Tell us, where in the room did you see him dancing?
He wasn't in the room, but I'm sure I saw a shadow. What? This is really weird.
His shadow? So you mean you didn't actually see his face with its winning smile and all?
That's right, but I still remember it had 3 creepy horns.
This is pointless. That thing couldn't have possibly existed 2 years ago. The witness must be mistaken.
Was there someone else in the room?
Someone with 3 pointy horns?
I don't think we know anyone like that.
But what's important is caused her to think she saw what she did. Oh, and I suppose you have an explanation? If so, then I mean, tell us what the shadow really was.
What was it Emma saw when the lightning flashed? Who is this blue badger really?
I mean, I have to say I might know, right?
I just might know. I think I do. I mean, I don't, but I'm gonna look. She's certain she saw its shadow. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the defense belief that on the fateful day 2 years ago, there indeed was something that looked similar to the blue badger. Something that is now sitting in this very room. Mr. Wright!
In this room? Very well, Mr. Wright. What is it that the witness saw in that instant? Oh, fuck. Alright, well, what do we have?
Let's think about this. We can't put the actual blue badger because that's not what it is. Let me look at something here. So, in my mind, what could have 3 horns? I don't even fucking know. It can't be the suit of armor, right? Even if it was put in a different position. It's not that fucking jar, is it? Oh, fuck me. It better not be that, though. Well, how would it even be that, though, is the thing. Let's look at this. We still haven't come to the part where this is... Oh, wait a minute. 3 horns. Look at it. Turn it upside down. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on. If you turn it... How would we do it? Let's see. I can see what she means, though. Is this it? You're kidding me. And then... What's the 3rd horn, though? Like, I don't know, like this? Like, do you have to... Oh, shit. Do you have to present it in, like, a certain way so that it matches up perfectly? That's it right there, isn't it? Is that it? Crap. It's this, isn't it? Are they gonna let me show it? The mysterious blue badger was in fact this. You're fucking kidding me.
But that's, what exactly is that?
I don't know, it's ugly for sure. I was saying that earlier. I believe it's some sort of jar. But Mr. Wright, that doesn't look anything like the blue badger. Indeed it doesn't. As it stands now, it's just a plain jar. However, what if we were to change our viewpoint? Oh, is it supposed to be like mimicking the fact that like she was on the floor and looking up at it? Is that what it is? Oh, no, not with this music. For fuck's sake, why would you do this? Do I remember what I even did? Do. This is ridiculous, this. Holy shit. What did I do? I had it turned around. Then up like this. And like, yeah, like that. That looks like the blue badger. A little bit. Oh, for fuck's sake. Does it have to be perfect? Because if it has to be perfect, we're doomed. We're just absolutely doomed. That looks like it. Please let that be right. Well, is this a miracle or what? Oh my god. No one can possibly deny this jar's resemblance to the blue badger. When the music didn't stop, I got fucking nervous. Holy shit. No. It can't be. How did she see it from that angle? Was it flying through the air? Is that how it got smashed? Must have been.
The defense has proven its claim. The mysterious blue badger witnessed on the day of the crime was actually this. Although we all enjoyed Mr. Wright's dramatic performance, one question remains. What's your point? What do you mean? So the badger thing was actually just a jar. That doesn't change anything. Well, why was it smashed and covered with blood? Are we getting to that? I'm afraid that's where you're wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. You see, this changes everything. Indeed. Very well, then. Please tell us. What's different now than we know the witness saw this jar? Ooh, let's think. In my mind, it would be the location, right? Because you have to have a certain viewpoint to see it that way. But does that really matter?
That's what I think it is, because the weapon didn't change. We already went through that. The murderer, we're still trying to figure that out. I don't think we have enough evidence for that. Let's try this. Allow me to take these in turn. At the moment of the murder, the witness saw this jar. Not only that, but she saw it at a very specific angle. Knowing this, where could she have seen this jar?
Where?
The location of the jar is shown in a picture taken on the day of the crime. It's on a shelf in the office of Damon Gant. What now?
But the body was found lying near Lana Sky's desk. The witness testified so herself.
Yes, and it is these two facts that reveal what actually transpired. Oh, shit.
You see, the struggle between Dark and Marshall did not take place in Lana Sky's office. It happened on the other side of the room, in Chief Gant's office.
Uh-huh.
Are you implying the murderer moved the victim's body? From Damon Gant's office to Lana Sky's office?
That's a long way to go. Yes.
Why would he do that? There's no reason.
Exactly. Phoenix, what are you up to?
If there wasn't a reason, he wouldn't have gone through with the trouble. The only logical conclusion is that there was a reason. Do you know what that reason was, Mr. Wright?
Do you? I think I do. I think I actually do.
So this is why Lana tried to stop the trial. It's too late to quit now, though.
I think it has to do with Emma. I honestly do. She did something bad.
Please recall the witness's testimony. She said she knocked away the man who was holding up the knife. In the next instant, the jar was hit and flew through the air. Now tell me, what could have sent the jar flying? That would have had to have been the impact the man made when he was knocked into the wall?
Ladies and gentlemen, if I may draw your attention to this picture once more.
Oh no! Oh no.
Did Emma push him into the suit of armor's knife?
Oh hell.
That means she was technically the murderer. If that's true.
Oh no, if the man was knocked into the direction of the shelf the jar was sitting on, what would he have hit?
Ah!
The suit of armor, holding a very sharp and dangerous looking sword.
It's actually a lance, but let's not get technical. Since the man who was knocked into the armor was carrying a broken knife, he would have had to have been Neil Marshall. Oh dear me, how could this have happened? That's what Lana was trying to protect.
No, Mr. Wright, you can't be thinking.
Yes. There is another possibility of what actually transpired in that room.
Another possibility?
Of course, the perpetrator would have had no idea, but nevertheless, we're getting one girl off the hook and sinking another. That's how we do it here at the law offices of Phoenix Wright. I know, Phoenix, but how else are we going to get to the truth?
Mr. Wright, what's the matter? If events took place as the defense theorizes, then the outcome is obvious. In that moment, assuming the man Emma Sky knocked away was actually Prosecutor Neil Marshall,
she killed him.
Oh dear.
This is terrible.
Oh no.
This is horrible. This is awful. Poor Emma. You mean Mr. Marshall died because of me?
How's she gonna get about this? Oh no. Oh dear.
Oh no, she fainted. Oh, Emma.
I never imagined her testimony would lead to this. So it was the witness who took the victim's life, and then proved so with her own testimony. This is unprecedented.
Is that why they had to fabricate evidence? Did Lana know about this and ask Damon Gant for help? Now it's all starting to make sense, but in the same way not make sense. What do you have to say now? What are you saying?
I'm sorry, Miss Sky, but given the circumstances...
Joe Dark murdered Prosecutor Marshall. No, he didn't. How can you think it was Emma? How dare you try to pin the crime on her?
Imagine that coming from you. Oh, Edgeworth, Jesus Christ. If you recall, it was you who admitted to forging evidence 2 years ago. The reason you moved Prosecutor Marshall's body was to keep anyone else from finding out about what Emma did, wasn't it?
I assure you, Mr. Edgeworth, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you hope to have anyone believe your insane allegations, I'm afraid you're going to have proof. Tell me, do you have any conclusive evidence that proves my sister killed Neil Marshall? Evidence? I'm willing to bet you don't.
Yes, it would certainly be difficult to prove with this evidence. If we don't have evidence, then we'll have to rely on testimony.
I'm afraid that won't work in this case. Both parties involved in the incident are dead.
We certainly can't get dead people to testify.
This has all been a wild goose chase from the beginning.
It certainly has. Jesus Christ. The other thing Christ almighty, what is going to happen here? Do we have something that shows something? What? Touché, Miss Sky. Of course. That only leaves us with one possibility. What about the stuff we found? Like, what about that cloth with the blood dots on it that we found in Gant's thing? We haven't really looked at that either. Like, now I'm considering that every hidden piece of evidence had something to do with this.
Oh, so sorry. My throat's in a really bad way.
For better or worse, Mr. Marshall did not die instantly. He may have left behind the name of the person who took his life.
Is it that fucking thing I just mentioned now? God, my mind works in really weird ways. That's not true. That's impossible. Oh no.
Well, Mr. Wright, this is the only possibility left to you. A message from the deceased. Does such a message exist?
Gotta think back to the court record. The real murderers may be left behind. Is it in the evidence?
Hang on.
What was in the safe? This part of the list was in the desk. And this was in the safe, right? Is it this?
Let's check this again. It's a handprint. But the only thing on it is the handprint. And we decided that it was Emma's handprint. Okay, I'm not sure if that will do. What else do we have? So we have that, and then the jar is still a little bit weird, because it has all the blood on it, right? Is this the thing that had the dots on it? Can you show me this up close? Alright, let's look at this. Dark red stains, blood traced an instant 2 years ago. Doesn't it look like writing, though? That's what's bugging me. Sorry if I go quiet for a minute. It almost reminds me of the EA logo. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! The fucking EA logo! Wait a minute! Is that her name? Oh, wait, whoa, 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 fucking... Wait a minute. If you connect dots, I guess, is that an M in the middle, though? The last one definitely looks like an A. All 6 of those dots, but is the middle thing an M? Are you fucking shitting me? Thank you, EA, for all you've done for me. Oh my god, is that it? You've got to be shitting me. I did not see that until just now. What? Okay, wait a minute. Okay, is that what we have to do? It's either that or the handprint. But the handprint doesn't really say anything. It just says that she was there. This message from the deceased is already in our possession. I can't fucking believe this. Are you serious now? Well, I just found that on a whim. That was just luck is what that was. Please stop at nothing to prove my sister a murderer. Do not be mistaken, Miss Sky. Our purpose is not to accuse Emma of any crime. There is only one thing we seek, the truth. No matter how painful it may be. Now then, Mr. Wright, please show us the piece of evidence that conveys... It's gotta be that. It has to be! Oh my fucking god, I can't believe this! This is the message left by the deceased. This is that blue badger from before, right? Oh, he's going to just speak the killer's name? If that thing could, I'm sure it would. Looks like everyone's forgotten this is just a jar. What? A message was left here, on the surface of this jar. What do you mean? If you look closely, you can see a faint trail of blood on this jar. It looks like someone wiped the blood away. I wonder who did that? Yes, but notice. For some reason, the blood on some of the fragments was not wiped away. Yes, there is a line here, drawn in blood. So what you're saying is these dots were once lines.
Prosecutor Marshall did not die instantly. He used the few precious moments left to him to leave behind a message. One that someone apparently wiped away. But blood must have seeped into the jar where the lines changed directions. Precisely so. All we need to do is connect these points. Could I have done that before? Or are they making you do it now, I wonder? No. Calm your tits, honey, because honestly, you haven't helped me at all. So, you know what? I'm going to ignore you. That's just it.
What kind of message did the victim leave for us?
Your Honor, I believe these bloodstains will reveal to us the answer. Gotta connect these dots to make letters. If I'm right about this, there's only one thing the victim would have written given the circumstances. The murderer's name. How do we do this? Do you just do it with the stylus? Okay. Fucking EA games. EA games. It's in your ass. I can't believe that EA Games has finally done something for me other than make me scream. I can't believe this! Good God! Who? Oh, that must have fucked up a million people! EA Sports. It's in your ass. God! Why? I was just thinking about that because I heard that the other day. Someone was making a joke about it. Holy shit, I can't believe it. Thank you to whoever you were. You fixed my problem. It's a defense attorney's duty to prove his client's innocence. That's why all I've been thinking about is saving Lana. After all my efforts, I never thought it would turn out like this. I know, but we need to do this now. It's too late. Oh, dear. Emma. So, this is the final message Prosecutor Marshall left behind. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. Who would have thought that it would turn out like this? This is amazing.
Of all people, she may not have meant it, but in the end, one who took the victim's life
was Emma Skye. Oh, Emma, I'm so sorry. Oh, holy shit. Seaworthy, can't say I didn't warn you. What do you want? I don't need to see your face after all this. Chief Gant. Good lord. Do you understand the implications of what you've done? What? What are you talking about? 2 years ago, Joe Dock was sentenced to death. He was convicted because of his final murder.
I believe you were the prosecutor in the case, were you not?
You're gonna try to get him on this now? Who the fuck cares that it was his final murder? He murdered other people for sure. That's enough to get him executed? Please. Edgeworth, don't worry. I'll get you out of this, buddy. I'll bail you out. I'll work the corner if I have to.
Yes, Worthy. Because of you, an innocent man was sentenced to death. Not only that, but you used forged evidence to ensure his conviction.
Yeah, that you didn't tell him about, that you gave him, and you hid all the shit from him. So don't even start. Edgeworth, don't listen to him. That asshole. But Joe Dark really was a serial murderer, that's undeniable. He was.
I'm afraid that's not important. Didn't you know? We aren't defenders of justice.
What?
We're merely keepers of the law. Sentencing a man to death is no light matter, even if there wasn't any cover-up or evidence forgery. Ultimately, the responsibility falls on the prosecutor in charge.
What? I think it's a team effort.
Despite what anyone may say, this fact cannot be denied.
What's going on at the prosecutor's office? They might have sent an innocent man to his death. How could he just stand there like it wasn't his fault? Edgeworth, don't listen to them. I will throw the book at all of you, you fuckers. How dare you? Holy shit, can we have a break, please? This is crazy. The gavel's pounding fell on deaf ears. Unable to settle the crowd, the judge declared a recess. Where this trial's headed, no one knows. Oh, thank God. In the next one? Shit. Lots of shit. Holy crap. Oh my word. Yeah, we're doing it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Holy moly, this is getting so good. I can't wait to see what happens next. Bye.